What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Onney, the CEO, and I want to thank you for joining me for another week in another fire segment of Outside the Box with Onney. Now, tonight's show is going to be on fire. It's going to be diverse. It's going to be class, brains, sexy, hip-hop, R&B, and all things music. I am too excited. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in to Outside the Box. Now, tonight's show, I have two dynamic guests. They're artists, they're entrepreneurs. Hey, they are a part of my tribe. So without further ado, I want you guys to give it up for Silky Redd and Lola May.
Thank you for that lovely intro.
Yes, thank you guys for coming on Outside the Box. You could have been on anyone's platform, but you came to mine. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
And because it's like, it's almost like a combustible, because truly, I just want to say you guys really deserve your own segments, because it's going to be so hard to fit everything I want in this one segment. So if we happen to run a little bit longer than 30 minutes, you guys bear with us, because I want to make sure that I get the best out of these guests today, because I am so grateful. You done came a long way just to be here. So I want to say thank you again for going the extra mile to promote your brand, to share your story and your journey right here on the couch with me. Now, before I put the wagon before the horse, Silky, we're going to go with you first, Silky Redd, and give you an opportunity to tell our viewers and our listeners who you are and where you're from.
Hey, I'm Silky Redd, to be exact. Government name, Ricky Joseph Granger Jr. I'm from Beaumont, Texas. My genes, my people, Louisiana, Lafayette.
Okay.
You know, I got a little bit in me. You heard me. Me and my people, we get down, you know. And I've been doing music since '97. I'm a music head. Love R&B, love jazz, love soul music. You know, new hip hop. I'm not too fond of it, you know, but I coincide with it, because you gotta set that trend. You gotta fall in, you know. This journey has been wild. Yeah. It's been long. I've been on tour.
Now, are you originally from Beaumont?
Right.
But that's where you was born and raised, in Beaumont?
Yes.
But your people come from Louisiana.
My people
too.
come from Louisiana.
We might be keen. We're going to do a background check after the show. Anyway, Lola May, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am a native Houstonian, born and raised here in Houston, Texas. My mother is originally from Beaumont.
Okay.
And so definitely working with someone with Beaumont roots just brings back a lot of feelings of, you know, home and childhood for me. And yeah, I've been a Texan all my life. I love the great state of Texas, and I love Houston. I am H-Town to the fullest, south side of Houston, Texas.
And
I'm happy to be here tonight. South side, exactly.
Now, you guys are working together, or you're collaborating together as well in the music field. Can y'all share with me, how did that organically happen?
I'll go first.
Yes.
So organic is definitely the word. Now, I consider myself a bit of a mystic and neo-shaman. And so we met at a community event, but there was like this sort of force field like around Silky. I'll call him Rick. He is very magnetic and personable and truly like the personification of what a good person is. And so we immediately just gravitated towards one another, started talking about what it is we both do, and he was talking about a new song that he had coming out, and I'm a writer, and so he did some of the song for me, played it, And he was like, but I think it's missing something. And so then I was like, yeah. And then I scribbled on a piece of paper a couple of lines and gave it to him. And he's like, oh my God, this is just what it's missing.
Yeah.
And so then a collaboration was born from that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope. So, Silky, now there's a lot of layers to you. You said you've been doing music since 96? Is that what you said?
97.
97, so I was close. But 97, what was your aha moment that knew that was your lane to step into?
Oh, Lord. Wow. I got stories for days, but to get straight to the point, when I wrote a song and everybody and their grandma said, that's not a song. You can't do that. Guess what? I performed that song by myself, my first time ever on stage. I did have a little butterfly, you know. I was a little nervous. But at the same time, I got on there and I had every fella that had his gal in there. They gal was on the table, dancing, shaking their rump, doing what they do. This before twerking was popular. They was twerking on tables.
Yeah, yeah.
I got receipts. I got eyes that saw it and everything. They was like, wow.
The birth of twerk.
The birth, yeah, and here we are. And you know what? Sometimes that's how it happens. You really can't expect the people that are in your environment. If they're in your environment and you came from an environment where it's not a bunch of dreamers around, when you begin to dream, they haven't even been able to they don't have the capacity to even grasp
To
that
conceptualize
dream
that.
because their environment has not allowed them.
Right.
And sometimes when you have the ability to think outside the box and dream bigger, it's unreal to them. And those are the people that you kind of like prove. Like, I used to say that too. Like, you tell me I can't do it,
Watch
I'm
me.
going to do it twice just to let you know
Exactly.
I can do it. But I also realized that I was navigating from trauma. Me being an overachiever was a trauma response from not feeling like I was enough. So I'm grateful in a way because it created the painter, it created the poet, the producer, the director, the playwright, the publisher, the author. All those things pushed me to be an overachiever. But at the end of the day, I had to come back to that little girl and tell her, you good, you straight.
Right,
you don't have to keep killing yourself to, you know what I'm saying, to prove to everybody that who you are.
Yes, indeed.
So since getting into that element of I'm gonna prove you wrong, you recognize that you did have a light about yourself, and people started catching on. Who were some of the artists that you had the privilege of working with in your music journey?
Bryson Bernard, Cupid Shuffle. Him, Ronnie Spencer.
Renetta Spencer.
Yeah. And Lola May.
Yes.
Yes. And pretty much Clover G. Boss. And I've been in the company of all the Houstonian artists. I've been in that company. Michael Watts, I done been around all of them, perform not per se, but side by side with them, but on shows with them, like opening up, I've been on tour with Dwayne Diamond, Texas, Louisiana. I've worked with G-Man. I'm still currently working with G-Man from The Rapper's Delight, the creator of hip hop, 50 years and running. Me and him still working. We got a tour date set up, but we just waiting on, paperwork and stuff. But other than that, that sums it up for that.
Now, Lola May, I wanted to ask you because, for one, now I don't want to take away from your music. Of course, we're going to highlight your music.
Yes.
But you are beauty and brains. You also have branded yourself under Lola Clay. But you're an exceptional psychotherapist, and you've helped people. You've been featured on reality TV, My 600 Pound Life.
Yes, ma'am.
And I mean, so people know who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background and history in psychotherapy and where it's gotten you?
Well, it's my love. It's my passion. But like you, Onney, I have many loves and many passions. So sometimes I burn the candle at both ends all the time. But I knew I wanted to be a therapist from the time I was around 10 years old. I am a keeper of truth, secrets, confidentiality with ease. It's nothing for someone to confide in me and they will know it's safe. And also, I wanted to be a person that could create and facilitate change and encouragement for others. Like when you were speaking to Silky about how some people don't dare to dream, that's all too common. And so I like to be that encourager, that person that says, you know what, you've gone through this, but now you can propel yourself to that. And so that's how I came into therapy. And I always knew that I would take it to the masses on like a global level, because I consider myself a global citizen, and therapy is for all people. Love is the transcendent function and the transcendent language. Everyone speaks the language of love. And so I meet each and every client with love and respect and nurturing. And yeah, so that's how I became a therapist. And I studied and did all that on the set of like music videos.
I was going to say, because not only are you like a reality TV star now, you are also an author, a motivational speaker, and a wellness expert. So you actually have your own clientele, your own business. Can you tell me, how do you separate the Lola May from the Lola Clay?
It's so funny. They are very separate right now. And so this is what I call one of my mini selves with a capital
like an alter
S.
ego.
Absolutely.
Like Lenora and Onney, right?
Yes. And we are all composed of various parts of self. And the ultimate goal is like integration so that we can individuate. And for me, this is part of that. You know, a lot of people don't know, but I wanted to be a rapper when I was a teenager.
Okay.
And only a handful of people knew this. And during that time, of course, we had female artists and rappers out there, but not to the degree that we do now, and not with the level of acceptance that we have now. You know, I'm from a generation where people want to put you in a box, keep you in that box, and that's kind of where you stay.
And I'm kind of like that. Like, I was one of those people like Silky Redd. Like, I'm going to do it just because you say I can't. And I dabbled in rap. I was signed to Realistic Records, and I was, you know, rapping and singing and everything. But I could never morally fit the mold of what they were looking for. And I became a mother really young. So because I was a mother at 16, by the time I signed with a record label at 21, some of the things that they wanted me to do to brand my name or get my music out wasn't something that I was willing to do, because I always thought about, like, what would my sons think? You know, even to this day, I'm 45 years old, and I still go out the country. If I want to be double cheeked up on a Sunday on the beach, I still go out the country to be double cheeked up, because I don't want to end up on a local timeline on somebody's IG, and they be like, oh, that's Bank Them Mama out there with her cheeks out. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had a level of respect for my kids. So just separating my lifestyle from my business, from motherhood, all those things have been like something that I've been really big on. And being in the music industry, like you said, you wanted to be a rapper. I mean, nothing really stopped you, because technically you still are a rapper. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just you didn't conform. You didn't go with the conformity of society, because society wants us to, I mean, if you're not twerking and getting a BBL, you don't fit the program now.
It's so funny that you mentioned the whole thing about twerking, because literally I can recall being in a music video as a model and being asked to twerk, make my cheeks clap, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. You could have thought I would have said that, you know, a comet was landing on Earth or whatever. What, you don't? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, I don't. So we'll just have to we'll have to do something else. You know, I can't make that happen, and my mom is gonna see this. So But what I do know that about embracing Lola May, she's not someone that's new. You know, close friends and family know Lola May. The people that are closest to me call me Lola May. And that just means that now I am sort of introducing her to a broader audience.
Right.
And this too is an endeavor of love for my clients and for people out there
And
that
it's
are
so
seeking
outside
therapy.
the box.
It is.
Especially for people that see you on the professional side of things.
Absolutely.
And then to find out that, wait a minute, she rapping and singing too? Oh, wait a minute, hold up, let me find out. So
yes, to show people you can do whatever you want to do.
And there's no time stamp of when it's too late.
Exactly.
I always tell people, if you got the breath in your lungs to get up and do it,
you can still do it.
Because one thing that people don't often talk about is when that day comes, if it doesn't happen swift, if it happens slow, and you know that the end of your life is arriving, the first thing you think about is all the things you shoulda, coulda, woulda did if you had more time, or what you wish you woulda did with the time that you have.
Absolutely.
So I say, do it now.
Do it.
Do it afraid. Do it early. Do it late. Do it whatever. Just do it,
and
so
do
that
it
way,
full force.
when your time comes to say it's time to go, you don't have no regrets.
You can say I did it
I
my
don't
way.
even care if I try and I fall. Because at least I tried.
Exactly.
And if I fall, I'm going to fall forward.
True.
I'm going to fall forward with experience. I'm going to fall forward with a lesson. I'm going to fall forward with at least knowing that I had the courage to do it afraid.
Absolutely.
So shout
nothing
out
beats a
to
failure
you,
but a try.
You guys for doing it afraid. I heard you say earlier in the interview when you first got out to perform how you kind of had the butterflies. I'll share this with you guys. I've been performing for 20 years
You still
in
get
front of
butterflies?
thousands of people. Still now, today, I perform in front of hundreds and thousands of people doing poetry or doing a podcast. Before every show, before every segment, I still get butterflies. And you would think, woman, you've been doing this for 20 years, or you've been doing this for 10 years, or you've been doing this for 5 years. Why do you still get nervous? Well, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Amen.
Your dreams should be able to shake something in you to give you that
At
on
the very
the cliff
core.
feeling.
Every single time.
That's like the most exhilarating feeling though, because you know within you're on the precipice of something great, and that's what makes you nervous.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's almost like feeling like you got that winning lottery ticket. And they counting them numbers, but it don't feel like it's coming fast enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the 3 winning numbers, but they taking forever with number 4. It's that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I'm right there. And then you also know that you're on the right path because you find yourself in proximity of the greats.
Absolutely.
And when you find yourself in proximity of greatness, you know that even if today is not your time,
it's coming.
it's coming.
It's coming.
Because the proximity that you're in
is there.
And then I'll tell you too, like one of the things that inspired me was knowing that Oprah was 43 when she started her talk show. So the people that's 30 and 40 years old that's feeling like it's too late,
It's never.
it's never too late.
No, it's never.
You know, look at 2 Chainz. Now, granted, he had been doing it for like 15 years before he got discovered. And he's always been fire. But it took 15 years for somebody to find him.
Absolutely.
That's
Now,
true.
what if he would have
Sometimes your
gave up
time
at
just
year
has
10?
to come.
What if he would have gave up at year 10?
Exactly.
We wouldn't know who he is.
Yeah.
So
True.
shout out to y'all for staying true to who you are, being
Always.
organic
Thank
and
you.
authentic in it. Now, you have a song that featured Ronetta Spencer, and
Right.
I've had the pleasure of having her on my show as well. Shout out to Ronetta. I've had her on the show as well. How did that collaboration come about?
Okay. So, yeah, have you heard of Sean Solo Jemison?
I don't want to lie to you. I probably would know him if I saw him.
Okay. Well, he's one of the guys that created some of the greatest hits for Fat Pat, Kiki, Bounce and Turn. He was the originator of ESG Swangin' and Bangin', because ESG and him and Cupid, they went to college together back in Louisiana. So Solo was the square box back in college that had the studio in the college room. Now I learned this through ESG. You know, Cedric Sosa, that's my dog. Shout out to ESG. So I just listening and watching these interviews, learning, because these are learning tools for me, you know, and just going through the motions with it. And he was on Facebook. I tapped in with him, and he posted this beat. And I am a big Anita Baker fan. She is my favorite. She is beautiful, sexy, gorgeous, etc. from back then till now, right?
What you say, Anita could still get it, huh?
Oh yeah, she still will, and her vocal ability got it.
Yeah.
She can hum in my ear all day.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell
Calm
you.
down, Silky Redd. Calm down.
Oh,
Lots of info there. Lots of info.
oh yeah, but to the main ideal. Solo made that beat 365 days a year. He recreated it, and I tapped in with him, and I purchased the beat, and me and him was on the same page with some things, and I say, look here, I'm gonna shoot you the deposit. If I can't give you the money by Friday for the beat and somebody want it, sell it. That's my loss. Had Friday came, I couldn't get it because the bank told me don't make no big purchase because we just built a home, etc. Closing costs, all that. Long story short, I called him up. He said, bro, man, you good, man. Don't worry about it. He emailed me the track on GP. That Monday came around, I typed him up with a little extra. And I'm sitting there writing to it, thinking. And he said, man, you need a hook. I got somebody for you. I said, okay, cool. He said, I'm going to put Ronetta on it. And I'm like, huh? He said, yeah. He said, man, just pay her whatever she charged, man. I got you. And I'm like, Ronetta that sing the bar, baby? Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, I got you.
And she's priceless. Her voice is just amazing
Yes.
and angelic.
I know who
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
So went
But y'all
from
need to
there.
know. Now,
It went from there, and she was like, I got you, Silky, I got you. And word passed around that, man, I heard you jamming, you fire, X, Y, and Z, boom, boom, boom. So she hit me up, and she's like, I'm just letting you know, I expect the video. She said, every song comes with a video, just let me know when. So my first time meeting her in person was at the video shoot. Everything been over the phone, inbox, and they drove to Beaumont and Uncle Al. Shout out to Killing Time, Al Green. We went to the barn and everything, got everything set up, barbecue, dominoes. I DJ'd, had my brother come out and do my DJing for me. We set up. Solo little artist, I can't think of his name at the moment. He the one that shot the video for me. He come out, shot the video, and it turned out to be magic. It was good, and that's how I met her pops.
but we gonna come back to that.
Tenfold.
We gonna check out Get Down Tonight featuring Ronetta Spencer.
Woo!
Tonight, you know what's going down, baby. Run the strip, tearing up the time, baby. Positive vibes when we all around. While y'all riding on foes, we roller skating foes. Do what we do to let the world know this a Texas thing. Can it paint the wide frame? Rims poking out like our ass when we rollin', man. Do what you do, living your best life. Do ball on that ass when we roll, gotta get it right. Super tight, you know how I be, ready to clown. DJ, play that song. You know we get down. Tonight, baby. Let's ride. Work hard, party hard, we gonna do it right. Like Billy Cook, you know we gonna take flight. Riding I-10 just to get a groove on. Headed to H-Town, Water World, get our move on. Swanging and banging on some ESG. And Street G put it down like it's supposed to be. What you see is what you get. Let's ride.
Now, Silky, I wanted to first shout out on that. That's a bomb video.
Thank you.
It was a bop. It was a bop
Yes.
for sure. So, as you evolve as an artist, how do you basically like pay homage to the artists that came before you while embracing the new style of music that's coming out?
Well, I do it with sampling, my style, rest in peace to the dead ones that paved the way for us rappers in this city, even worldwide, Just got to mention them and give thanks for what they've done, because it's a blessing to be doing what I'm doing, for us to be doing what we're doing in this day and time.
Now, you guys actually have a song called Wet. Now, back in my day, I put out a song called Wet, and I tried to name it Women Empowering Themselves, but every time they saw Wet, the mind just goes where the mind goes.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about the collaboration of the song Wet.
Okay. Wet. All right. Now, I love that song Scarface did. Featuring Too Short, Tila, Devin the Dude. That is one of my favorite H-Town jams. And I love when Tila come on there. I got a call from Lucretia and some of her nieces. Said this is about 6 or 7 dime pieces. And I'm like, it just jam. It's jamming. Shout out to Tila, man. I'm trying to tell
Come on, Tila.
Oh,
Tila. I know. You gotta say it right, Tila.
and I was just digging for instrumentals. I've been trying to find one. So we ended up tapping in on that beat. Kid on the beat, he did some organization with the track. And when I was listening to it, not this day and time, Wet goes with the mind frame of the genre and the generations that's trying to run the game, and it falls right in place, because when the song come on, good wet dripping when I slide in, everybody got a little freak in them, a little kink in them, and that's how we like it, and when you listen to the song, you be like, I hear you, boy, and when Mademoiselle, Miss Lola May get on there, it's like the water just start pouring, like literally. And it's music, it's entertainment, it's purpose, it's therapy. Just listening to it, like put a smile on your face, because that's just what it does. This is my lane, this is my therapy, this is how I get down.
Now, and I wasn't on there at first originally.
Right, he put you on there. He found out you had a little something to work with. And in branding yourself, how do you essentially brand yourself, because you're affiliated with different lanes? Because we'll talk about the crowded, we'll talk about, it's so many different aspects that you do as far as art. You're not just a rapper.
Right.
You also, you cast for your own collaborations and stuff like that. So the question that I have for you is, what roles do you play right now when it comes to music?
Oh, it's so many.
Oh, Lord, so many. I DJ. Outside of work, I work in the refinery, mechanic in the refinery. Outside of work, when it comes to music, I DJ, I engineer, I mix, master, put tracks together. I do the whole 9 yards. Jack of all
he's
trades.
doing poetry now.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you do spoken word?
Oh, he is amazing. He's an amazing poet. So we have another collaboration in the works coming out down the line.
Do you guys go to any of the poetry venues in Houston?
No.
We don't. No.
Okay, well, before y'all leave, I'll put y'all on the feed.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. We'll have a Freaky Friday coming out in a little while, because it's like we're switching up roles and taking over what the other does. But he's a prolific poet. I'm very proud of his poetry prowess.
Thank you.
Now, quick question. Now that you guys have decided to like really take this music and everything like serious, this is something you're doing, even though it's a passion, what heavy lessons have you learned throughout your music careers that you wish you would have known before you started?
Me personally, be consistent and don't let nobody stop you or tell you what you can't do. I say this here to the people, to the world. Go with your heart, feel what you know, and know what you feel. Just pray about it and be about it. A lot of dogs, they bark, but don't just bark, man. Bite. Go out there and bite. Yeah. You ain't got to necessarily talk the talk. Just walk the walk. Move in silence. I'm like oxygen. I'm there, and you'll never see me.
Now, I'm going to transition that question to you, but I'm going to come at it from a little bit of a different angle. Because women and not taking nothing against from the guys, but some women have a little bit harder in the industry trying to make it. Just because we're expected to do things that men are just not expected to do. And you being a woman of valor, a woman of class, educated, already have created a lane for yourself outside of music. We ain't going. We already know it ain't happening. it ain't happening. But now that you stepped out, what do you wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have done it sooner.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
I wish I would have done it sooner, Onney, because for as much support as I'm receiving, I am receiving some blowback. And it's disheartening and surprising, or not so surprising at the same time, because sometimes, you know, as human beings, we can have limited minds. And so we have to have pioneers and trailblazers that are willing to take that risk to open up people's mind and shift a mindset. And so for me, what this has done, it's emboldened me. I always thought of myself as a fearless person, but now I find that I'm more fearless. And I'm inspired by the current generation of female MCs that are out there. I love what they do. They put humor and satire and irony and comedy and truth and experience into their rhymes. And I love it. It's fun. It's funny. All of that. Some people can say, oh, it's vulgar, or it's this, or it's that. Is it just because it's coming from a woman that they say that? You know, what's the real reason? Or is it because it drips with truth?
Right.
And so...
And then sometimes is it because it's coming from me?
Right.
Exactly.
You know, because sometimes people that you know and familiar with, they will clap for someone that they don't know doing the exact same thing.
Amen.
But not for you.
But then it's crickets when it comes to you.
Exactly.
Like the people that go to the celebrities and post happy birthday on all the celebrity posts, but when your birthday comes, they won't say happy birthday on your post, but they know you see them every day. Like,
right.
And if someone is not a part of your solution, then they are part of the problem.
It's no gray area.
Exactly.
And I always say you have to know the people, those that come to water the tree and those that come just to grab the fruit. You know, and that's why proximity is so important.
Right.
Yes.
You know, in any industry, it does not matter whether you're in finance, real estate, music, art, poetry. Proximity is very important. You want to find yourself in rooms with winners because you are essentially an accumulation of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So if you're spending the most time with non-believers or people that are always having a complaining spirit, or every time you talk to them, they're going
something
through
negative,
some type of drama, you got to separate yourself from that crowd. And as an empathic person, I can look at you and tell you're an empath. As an empathic person, we have a tendency to want to be the fixer or want to create solutions for other people's problems, but you can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't.
Right.
And with you being in psychotherapy, I'm sure you have had to counsel people that were consistently pouring from empty cups.
And consistently trying to people please and live a life for others instead of their own lives. And so I like to lead by example. You know, I am a beacon of change, a beacon of compulsive joy. And so, I'm going to do the things that I want to do that I feel like fulfill me. Because my fulfillment is very important. It's essential to Lola Clay and it's essential to Lola May.
Now, what do you do, Lola, to inspire yourself when the people that, you know, we can say we don't have expectations, but let's be for real. When you have people that you know and you love and you care for and you celebrate, no matter how big or small their wins are, and those very people don't essentially return that celebration in your wins and your moments of joy, what do you do as a woman to celebrate you and keep you motivated to keep your eye on the prize?
I keep going and I use that as fuel. And I've done that my entire life. A lot of people buckle under the pressure from lack of support or what people may call haters or whatever, that sort of thing, it just fuels me because
And now we're in the era of social media bullying.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Before it used to be just gossip, rumor
Exactly,
mill.
but now you
Right.
can see it and
They
read it.
come
They
in
can
the
reach
comments,
you.
They come
They
in
can
it,
reach
you know,
you.
so
But that sort
Yep.
of thing does not bother me. I really don't see it because I'm too busy seeing the another
bigger
path of
picture,
success
yeah.
that I paid for myself. Everything I touch it's Midas touch. And so it will continue to be that way. That's what I claim for myself.
Now you've been at this for a while. I want you to tell the other young men or older men that are watching, what would you tell them if they're going through a season of self-doubt?
Okay. Don't doubt yourself at all. You know, pray, have faith, you know, that little mustard seed, you know, and be consistent. Trust yourself first before you try to trust anything or anybody. Because how can you trust something you don't trust yourself? Trust your own judgment. You know, like if you need help, need advice, all I can tell you is seek for it. You know, you can always go to God. God is your first helper right there off the bat. Get on them knees and pray to him first. But if you need some physical help, you got a Lola Clay. You can go to a therapist. You can go to anybody, you know, just ask, you know.
Speaking of therapists, how do you feel about black men seeking therapy?
Ooh.
Because it is so like frowned upon, and I think that we need to be the change we want to see. Like that stigma should not be there. I think it's wonderful when I hear a black man going to therapy,
Isn't it?
and seeking ways to grow, to break away from
Right.
all the traumas and the repeat traditions that keeps repeating the trauma.
Yeah.
Right.
And they go to therapy to fix themselves or help themselves or save themselves so they can be better fathers, better sons, better brothers, better
True.
friends.
And be emotionally available.
And be emotionally intelligent.
Yes.
Right.
What do you think about black men seeking therapy?
I think they should go. One thing about me, I'm not running from no doctor. I'm not running from no therapy. I want to know what's wrong with me. I want you to call my bluff. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. You know, fellas out there, seek therapy if you need it. Go to the doctor, get a health check. Do whatever you got to do to be right mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
There you go.
Yeah, that's dope.
So
Thank you. I just
important.
wanted to get your spill on
Oh,
that
yeah.
because a lot of, I get mixed reviews with that question.
Right.
Some men be like, well, therapy is good, but I don't need therapy. Meanwhile, it's somebody that need therapy. I'm like, bro, you might need a session.
It
You-
is changing,
You know,
Onney.
you
They are
might
coming
need-
out, going to therapy, getting emotionally intelligent, becoming self-aware,
Yes.
developing the ability
Emotional
to
IQ is so
self-regulate.
important because and that goes back to identity. It goes back to staying true to yourself.
Right.
If you have not accepted your own identity, it's very hard to stay true to yourself.
Absolutely.
It's very hard not to waver and people please when you haven't found your own solidified grounding
Yes, and
within
it's-
yourself. And when you do that, saying no becomes easier.
Doesn't
If you're
it?
one of those people and you have a problem with saying no, this is a tidbit that I want you to take from this conversation. If someone asks you to do something, and in your heart, in your body, it creates dis-ease, meaning it triggers your nervous system,
Come on,
and you
Onney.
don't want to do it, and you do it anyway, you are not being used by God.
No.
You are being used by your ego of wanting to people please. You are not being a blessing. And
Right.
some people equate blessings with sacrifice, but God doesn't want us to act in ways that doesn't make us feel good. If it makes you
Exactly.
selfish, that's fine.
That's
I'd rather
fine.
be selfish.
And
It's
authentic.
almost like this.
Right.
I always tell people, and you can call me superstitious, but the body keeps the score. If you're eating a meal, if I'm eating a meal and you ask me for some of my food, and I give that food to you begrudgingly, you will be sick by the end of the night as if you had food poisoning. Why? Because
It
I
wasn't
didn't
given with a cheerful, peaceful
Right.
the
It
countenance.
wasn't
intent
given with
behind
love.
me giving it to you wasn't of a positive energy. So I always think down to that lowest molecule of when I act and do something now. Like, if I don't want to do it, it's not happening.
Don't do it. Exactly.
If I don't want to see you, if I don't want to go out, it doesn't mean I love you any less. It just means that now I'm protecting my no. Now I have better boundaries because now I'm more sure about who I am and I'm comfortable in my own company. And a lot of people haven't gotten to that point in life where they're comfortable in their own,
themselves. It's been that a long time.
So they lose their identity in seeking validation through outside sources. And so when they get connected to other people and those people don't accept them or celebrate them, they lose their
sense of self.
Because their identity, and their ambition and their identity is tied to the validation of people that can't even recognize the light that they carry.
Exactly.
So you being one of the ones to go against the naysayers and recognizing your own light and standing in your truth has brought you here, has brought you on this couch with me, because had you listened to those people back in 1997, you would not have had the opportunity to work with the Lola Mays and the Ronnie Spencers and Renetta Spencers and be in the company of the greats. So I just want to commend you, Silky Redd, for just standing on in your truth and knowing your identity.
Absolutely.
And not folding under the pressure of what society deems is the trend.
And the trend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And the same thing goes to you, Lola May, because you could fit in either world. You know what I'm saying? You can put you in that corporate, you can put you in that, you know what I'm saying, in that studio in the booth, and y'all gonna make it happen. And I really would. I probably would keep you guys here all night, but I know we are past the time. But I don't want to miss an opportunity to make sure that our viewers and our watchers know where to find you guys. So Silky Redd, we're going to start with you. You have your own Instagram page as well. For those that want to follow you and see what you got going, they can go to Silky Redd with 2 D's, number 82 on Instagram. He's also under Facebook. You can find him on Facebook under Ricky Joseph Granger, or you can even type in Silky Redd. It will bring up his page as well. And what the website, you can find both of these beautiful artists on crowded.com. You guys make sure you go and check that out. And I don't want to forget the link tree for Silky Redd. So if there's anything that I missed, any interviews, any YouTube pages, find him on Linktree so that you can find a link to him there. Lola May, your IG. Don't get confused. Lola May, Lola Clay is the same person. So make sure you go to the real Lola Clay on Instagram to find Lola May. And if you find yourself, if you're having suicidal thoughts, if you're going through domestic violence, if you're recovering from narcissistic abuse, anything that requires mental health, Lola Clay is all things mental health. Make sure you go and you look up her website at lolaclay.com, book you a consultation, find out what they're about, and take the steps on your healing journey to better your mental space, your spiritual space, and your physical space will definitely improve. I also want to let you guys know that you can find us Outside the Box. We're on multiple platforms. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, YouTube, Third Coast TV. And if you want to catch the visual and you're listening to us on the audio platforms, come on over to our YouTube page, Outside the Box with Onney. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell notification so that you can be notified when we drop our next segment. Now, if you want to have an opportunity to sit on the couch with me, we are casting. Submit your EPK in your bio to otb.liveshow@gmail.com, and one of our administrators will take you through the steps of how you can book your interview right here on Outside the Box with Onney. If you like the quality of the content and you have a voice that needs to be heard, come on over to Onney Studios and become a podcast content creator, and let us assist you in bringing your vision to fruition by logging on to www.onneystudios.com or give us a call at 346-491-5315, and one of our administrators will help you get your podcast journey started. All right, guys. I
Wow,
definitely, we try to cover
Onney.
all the different bases
Into
there.
fruition.
Yes.
I love that. Thank
Because
you.
all it takes is that first step. Like
Right.
I always tell people, I didn't choose podcasting. It kind of chose me.
Right.
And if you would have asked me 5 years ago or 4 years ago even, if I would own a podcast studio, I'd have been like, what's that? Because when I started podcasting 6 years ago, I started on someone else's platform, and it kind of organically turned into me starting my own show and then needing the services that I was once provided. And then I turned around and went back and bought the studio. And now I have other wonderful podcasters that come and record, and they can get the same quality content for the everyday working person's price without having to rob the bank. So I love, love, love what I do. I love being able to shine a light on the hidden gems because I have had worldwide celebrities here, but I've also had some hidden gems that are right here in the heart of Houston that no one knows about. And they, and I this is my opportunity to be weird. This is my opportunity to love on you for no reason. Love on you for free. Like, be like, hey,
exactly.
I see what you're doing, Because sometimes if you meet somebody and you don't know them and I'll run up on you, I'm like, oh, you Lola May, and you also Lola Clay, you was on my 600-pound life, and you also a psychotherapist, and you do this and you do that. You're gonna be like wondering like, is she a stalker? So this is my opportunity to just invite you over and share all the wonderful things that I know about to the world. So thank you guys both for just showing up for yourselves, because
everyone should come here. This place feels like home. I could literally stay here all day. It's beautiful. You are beautiful, extraordinary, and wonderful. And 5 stars across the board. This has been a wonderful experience from the moment we even set foot in the building, yourself and your wonderful staff. So thank you guys.
Thank you. Well, we just love to do this. And to me, this is my footprints in the sand. Yeah. I don't know how long God is going to give me to be here, but I want to be able to shine a light on as many people as I can before he take me.
Well, you
so
shine your light tonight.
For being a part of that tribe, because we water each other over here.
Absolutely.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? We
You're a good time, Onney. We're gonna see some more of you.
Yes, and I'm gonna see some more of y'all. So as we close out the show, we're gonna have a snippet playing of Lola Mae's new song, "Breathe, Love, and Heal." That's right.
That's the new woosah.
Silky Redd.
All right. So you guys make sure you guys look that up as well. I'm your girl, Onney, the CEO. I've kept you guys long enough. Thank you for sticking with the journey. I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. You're now plugged in, tuned in, and tapped in to Outside the Box.
Outside the Box.